So hello everyone, this is all about anatomical terminology and directional term, which includes superior and inferior. This is above, top, toward head, below, bottom, and away from head. So let's discuss first the regional anatomy, which is head and neck, limbs, upper limbs and lower limbs, trunk, thorax and back, abdomen, perineum and pelvis. Next, the anatomical position. Standing erect, head eyes and toes directed forward, heels and toes together, upper limbs hanging by the sides with the palm facing anteriorly. I'll show you the demonstration video next. Let's move on to the planes. Planes. Various parts of the body are then described in relation to certain imaginary planes. Sagittal plane, which has median or mid-sagittal plane. This is vertical plane passing lengthwise through the midline of the body, from front to back, dividing it equally into right and left halves. Next, paramedian or parasagittal plane, any plane parallel to the median plane. Coronal and frontal plane, a vertical plane at right angle to the median plane. Horizontal or transverse plane, a plane at right angle to a vertical plane divide the body into superior and inferior parts. Anatomical direction, which has anterior, posterior, superior, inferior, proximal, and distal. Anterior is ventral front, near to the front of the body. Next, posterior is dorsal, behind, nearer to the back of the body. Superior, toward the head or upper part of the body. And inferior is toward the feet or lower part of the body. And proximal, which is nearest the trunk or point of origin. And lastly, the distal. It is away the trunk or point of origin. Terms of laterality, which has unilateral, bilateral, ipsilateral, and contralateral. We are having a demonstration next for this term. But let's discuss first the term of laterality. Unilateral is one-sided, as we know. It can be right, left, feet, and arm. While bilateral is two sides. It can be upper limb or lower limbs of the body. While ipsilateral is the same side of body. It can be right or left, and it is one upper limb and only one lower limb of the body. Next, contralateral. It is the opposite side of the body. It can be right upper limbs and left lower limbs. It's contralateral. Next, let's discuss the spine and prone. The spine is position of the body is lying on the back, while the prone, it is the position lying face downward or nakadapa. Terms of movement, we have flexion and extension. Flexion, bending or making a decreasing angle between bones or parts of the body, usually anterior bending in a sagittal plane. Next, extension, straightening of a bend or making an increasing angle between the bones or parts of the body. We have hyperextension and hyperflexion. As you can see below, it is bending backward and the other one is bending up high on your head. So let's proceed to the video. So let's proceed for the last topic, lateral bending. Lateral bending is movement of the trunk in the coronal plane. Next, the abduction and adduction. Abduction is movement of limb away from the midline of the body in the coronal plane, while adduction is movement of a limb toward the body in the coronal plane. Next is elevation and depression. Elevation is lifting, raising, or moving a part superiorly, while depression is letting down, lowering, or moving a part inferiorly. One of our examples is our shoulder. Lifting our shoulder is called elevation, while letting down our shoulder is called depression. So for the last topic, circumduction and rotation. Circumduction refers to a circular movement to draw around or to form a circle, while rotation, turning or revolving of a part of the body around its long axis.